Hello everybody, welcome to the I Am IT Geek YouTube channel. My name is Shabazz and as ever, I am the IT Geek. This is a interruption to your regular kind of scheduled programming that I normally do. So by that I mean this is not an AZ140 video. I'm going to do a couple of videos this week on NerdioCon because I will be attending it. So NerdioCon is Nerdio's annual conference, global annual conference, and I've been fortunate enough to go there for the last 2 years. So it's the third year I'm attending as a Nerdio MVP. So I thought I'd do a couple of videos just explaining around, what you can, what people that are going anyway because it's sold out, what we can expect from the actual conference, some of the highlights, some of the sponsors, the speakers, but also breakout sessions, excursions, stuff like that. They're all part of it. So I wanted to do a bit of content on that because it is next week, and I'll go into some details around where and when. But also I'm going to be doing some NerdioCon content on my TikTok and on my YouTube next week while I'm there. So yeah, for those that don't know, Nerdio is a product that you use to manage as your virtual desktop. So they're obviously a very big Microsoft partner, and it's not just a product that manages AVD from the host pool and session host, but every other aspect, any aspect of AVD that you can think of, Nerdio manages it and can manage it under sort of one suite. And multiple tools within that suite. We're talking image management, as well as application management. So application on your host pools, but also automating scaling, auto scaling, and stuff like that. The VM management from an Intune perspective, CCM, you can integrate it with all that. As well as the identity aspect of making sure hybrid users, cloud only, all that sort of stuff. So if you're not using Nerdio, I've got a series. I'll put the URL to I'll put a link to a series in my description that I did on Nerdio. And again, I've got some more content coming up around Nerdio and some of the key features later on this year as well. So without further ado, let's just get started and kind of show you. So this is NerdioCon's website. It's next week, as I said. It's on February the 12th. That's the day I'll be landing, NerdioCon 2024, and it's this year. So last 2 years. It's been in Cancun, Mexico, so they don't do non-glamorous places. Cancun was the last 2 years has been amazing, great weather, great location, and the event has been just outstanding. And the last 2 years it's grown massively, and this year's no different. I think they've gone above and beyond again of Nerdio. So this year it's in Punta Cana, Dominican Republic. So very much looking forward to going there, and it is sold out, which is huge. And this is not just sold out recently. This is sold out. I'm pretty sure it sold out before Christmas, if I'm not mistaken. It was tickets were taken up very quickly because it is now sort of for me personally, it's an event one of the events I go to every year for the last 3 years. So I'm actually missing the Microsoft MVP summit for this, so that just tells you how good a conference it is. And what I also want to do is again just give a bit of highlight to some of the things we can expect, or I can expect, or people that are going can expect as well. So first of all, I want to give a shout out to just look at some of the speakers that will be there, and then we'll look at the agenda and then sponsors. What I'll do is I'm going to do a second episode. In that episode, I want to look at some of the breakouts and the excursions. So some of the featured speakers. We can see again, Vadim always opens up the show for us, with the first keynote. So Vadim, for those who don't know, is the CEO and co-founder of Nerdio, and we've got Joseph Landers as well, who is CRO and the co-founder as well. So they're always on stage first thing. Again, if you look at as I said, they're a big Microsoft partner, and with it being so engrossing AVD, you got to have who I call the godfather of AVD. Scott Manchester is going to be there, and he's been there the last 2 years, so I'm really looking forward to meeting Scott again. Deb Dubrov is going to be there this year, so the group product manager for Microsoft. So she's got a really interesting talk around a deep dive of Windows 365 and AVD, which I'll go into in the next episode. But again, it's not just Microsoft. They've got people from Nerdio that are going to be there as well, and some like Liz, who's sort of senior director of marketing. But also, so Jay McBain, who has been the last couple of years, he always does a really good talk around the industry, the MSP industry. It's mainly an American audience normally at these events because they're huge now in the UK, but they're used, main focus was America start, and that's where quite a base of their clients are from. But I always enjoy Jay's talks, and in the last couple of years he's not disappointed. Again, a mixture of Nerdio and Microsoft people, but also their partners as well. And again, like I said, that because a lot of American partners are there, so Threat Locker are going to be there, which is great. Blackpoint are going to be there, PIA are going to be there. Jim Moyle, I've not had the pleasure of meeting Jim. Obviously heard a lot about him. Again, very big in the EUC community. So Jim Moyle's going to be there for his program manager at Microsoft. So very much looking forward to meeting Jim. As we go down, a whole host of different people. So there'll be a lot of really interesting talks going on. Travis Roberts, I've again, so if you know AVD and EUC, Travis is huge. So he works at Nerdio now, so he's going to be there. Looking forward to meeting Travis for the first time as well. And again, just a whole host of different partners and sponsors that are going to be there as we go down the list. Tom Hinckley, I've met Tom a couple of times. Didn't realise he was going to be there, but yeah, Tom's doing a bit of a deep dive talk as well, I think. So looking forward to that. So good to see Tom. So Gavin Connolly, again, field CTO for me and Nerdio. Go down, got Will, for those who know AVD and Nerdio, you'll know who Will is. And Neil McLaughlin, good friend of mine, he's going to be presenting as well. So Toby Skerritt as well, one of the original NVPs, but he's now working for Nerdio. He's going to be there doing a talk. Natasha and Natasha, I've got to give a massive shout out to Natasha because I'm pretty sure Natasha is the, she's obviously the partner programs and ecosystems at Nerdio, but Natasha has a lot to do with this event. So Natasha and her team really do go above and beyond for this event, and so I want to say a massive shout out to Natasha and her Nerdio marketing team for putting this together. So whole host of great people who are going to be speaking. So I'm very much looking forward to the breakouts and the keynotes. Because that's what you kind of go for to these events, really. Now, again, these events wouldn't be possible if it wasn't for Nerdio, but also the sponsors. So I want to give a quick shout out to the sponsors. So Microsoft are the premier sponsor. It's AVD, it's got to be Microsoft on it. So Diamond sponsors, so your Threat Locker, PIA, Blackpoint, Glass Hive, Enable, IT Complete. And then we've got some platinum sponsors like Intel, Pax8, Solutions Granted, Galactic Advisors, CyberQP, ScaleBad. Gold sponsors Control Up, Ninja One, Carbon Systems, Lenovo, and then we go to the silver, which is Remo 3, Stratadesk, Zen Contract, Compliance Group, Liquid, and so on. We've got Uptime, Thread, CyberFox, and TrueGrid. So again, all these sponsors, massive shout out to the sponsors, because again, these, and I'm sure Nerdio will back me up on this, but these sort of events won't be possible without the sponsors. So very much looking forward to meeting them, all the sponsors. Now, a quick look at the agenda as well before we move on, because I don't want to keep it too long, because I've got a couple of videos I want to do on this topic. So the Monday is very much going to be arrival. So I arrive about lunchtime on Monday, and then there's got the welcome party. The welcome party is always lit. It's always great entertainment, great food, great in general. So I'm very much looking forward to that. Tuesday is going to be the keynote, so we always have Vadim and Joseph kicking us off. Wouldn't be a NerdioCon without them kicking us off. Then we've got various different keynotes, so we've got Erwin Visser, we've got Diane Jenkins from Threat Locker. As we go down, we want to get into the rapid pitches. This is really interesting. So rapid pitches is something, I believe they started last year, and what they do here is you've got one of the big kind of main auditoriums, and there'll be all the partners and the sponsors kind of dotted around on it on their own table, and it's equivalent to speed dating, right? Speed dating for partners, and basically you can go to a couple of minutes at each desk or each table, and the company at that table, let's say Blackpoint for example, will do a pitch on their product and do a couple of minute pitch, and it's really interesting because you get to hear a little extract of what they're about. But also, if you want to speak to them a bit further, you can have a separate call. You can have a separate chat with them. But it's just good because you get to go around a couple of minutes at each table, listen to what the partners are saying, and if it's something that interests you, you can have further talks. So they started the rapid pitches last year, and I really like the concept because, again, you can just pick and choose which table you go to, have a couple of minutes at each table. So it's a very informal way of doing it, in my opinion. I think that's really good for these sort of events. So great idea, great concept to Nerdio, for Nerdio. So I'm really looking forward to those breakouts. I'm going to go into a bit more detail around that in the next episode. And then obviously Scott Manchester's got a keynote. I think that's going to be the closing keynote on the first day. So proactive innovation with AVD and Windows 365. Looking forward to hearing from the godfather of AVD. Wednesday again, there's going to be some sessions in the morning, But then it's the excursions, and I'll go into excursions in the next episode, but very much looking forward to that. And then Thursday is mainly, again, starts off with a keynote from Jim McBain, which I'll definitely be going to, and then breakouts. So I'm going to go through the breakouts in the next episode as well. So just let's keep it quick and breezy for this for this little intro into NerdioCon 2024. It's something I'm going to be attending, so keep an eye out. I'll put the link to my TikTok in there because I'm going to be doing a lot of TikTok videos while I'm there, little snippets of fun. But also I will be doing the sort of, I did them last year. I'll put the link to the videos, but I also did like the daily updates last year and interviewed different people. I'll be doing the same this year as well. So do make sure you subscribe so you don't miss anything. Make sure you hit that like button and drop me a comment. So thank you for watching, and until next time, goodbye.